Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we'll be looking at another beer from the Kernel Brewery in London, and this time it is their Suke Quto coffee IPA, the second coffee IPA in the world. Obviously, you must have probably watched my video of Mikkela's copy. That's probably the first coffee IPA. Well, probably is anyway. I'm not saying that for sure, but yeah, this is a collaboration beer between Kernel, and the Square Mile Coffee Roasters, which is also based in London. So two kind of little artisan companies getting together to produce something really exciting and very local. Let's get this open. It's an IPA, 6.5%. I'm not sure what hops are in this. I'll probably contact Kernel and get some more information off them. You'll probably read it in the text review below. Let's get this open. Love Kernel's branding. Really nice. It's all hand on. It's hand stamped. It's all hand bottled. It's such a tiny little operation, but they're churning out some cracking beers at the moment. So they're usually quite heavily bottle conditioned, so I'll try and leave the sediment behind. I popped down to the brewery last week and met all three guys who worked there, and Evan, the head brewer, was telling me all about this beer because he's compared it to coffee. So I'm going to see if I can recall those memories of what coffee tastes like and see if I can apply them to this. Loads of effervescence in there. I don't know if you can make it out. Loads of tiny bubbles clinging to the sides of the glass. It's a I'd say quite a darkish, reddy orange colour, quite a murky, eggshell coloured soapy head on it. It's got a really interesting aroma. I'm just getting a faint whiff. Just give it a swill to release those aromas. There's definitely a comparison to coffee there. Definitely. Loads of hops. Probably as fresh as that. This is a very fresh beer. I picked it up last week at the brewery. A slight kind of caramel edge to it. That might be the coffee. Oh, that's the coffee. It's very similar. I remember Evan telling me that, as it turned out, it wasn't by plan, but the coffee is from the same tiny little Ethiopian village that the coffee that Mikkel used in the in copy. And you can see, just then I got a load of hops, loads of fresh hops that had just been released there. But it's definitely in there. There's a slightly spicy edge to it, like maybe a bit like nutmeg. But it's very similar. Not as much coffee on the nose as coffee, but it's really good. A bit more hops this time, definitely. But yeah, it's good. It's really nice. That's really nice, but very similar. Maybe not quite as sweet as on the nose as coffee. I'm really thirsty, so I'm going to take a drink. Just as soon as I took that first mouthful, just as it were going down, I did get the coffee. I've mentioned it before. It's this experience called retronasal. It's kind of, as the liquid goes through, you do smell what's in your mouth. And that comes through straight away. Quite a nice fresh coffee, freshly ground coffee, not coffee beans, not a dry thing. Not a dry coffee. It's like freshly ground. But loads of hops on this one. This is an IPA, no doubt about it. It's a proper Kernel IPA. They love the hops. They love them big and fresh. A nice, quite full flavoured marmalade kind of hop profile to begin with. Nice tingle in the mouth, bit of carbonation. Then grapefruit, pithy orange, bit of kind of bitter lemon kind of thing going on just there. And there is, on the aftertaste, definitely, there's coffee on the aftertaste, without a doubt. Not a strong it's not the taste of coffee, more the bitterness, with a faint coffee taste in there. Excuse me. It's really good. I'm really impressed. I'd say, on the nose you can compare the two beers. In the mouth, two separate entities altogether. I'd say there's a lot more hops in there than coffee. Obviously, I'd say this isn't a single hop beer. I don't know that for sure, but I'm thinking might be a bit of Simcoe in there. Definitely, probably some Centennial, Chinook, something like that. There's a nice profile. Definitely, the kind of the definition of profile. There's separate flavours throughout the hop bitterness. There's, as I said, marmalade. Then it's pithy and quite juicy grapefruit, and then ends quite dry and bitter, and then that is coupled up with this element of coffee bitterness at the end. Good carbonation, really easy drinking, as you've noticed. That's a really nice tang of bitterness there. And then just that coffee at the end, coupled with a bit more kind of orange peel. That I'm impressed. I am impressed. It's another winner from Kernel down in London on Druid Street. It's just a tiny little operation on in a railway arch. They share the facility with a place that makes cheese and a place that imports fine kind of meats and things like that. It's a remarkable place, and it's incredible what these guys are producing on such kind of rudimentary kit, just with a really good ethos, a really good plan, and a passion, an absolute passion for making really high quality beers. They're producing some cracking hoppy beers at the moment. That can't be denied. People raving about I haven't had it yet, the Imperial Stout. I've loved the London Porter, what they do. Have I got it here? Yeah, I've got the Export India Porter. That's based on an old kind of ancient Barclay Perkins recipe, so that's going to be really interesting. They're brewing some cracking dark beers as well. I mean, they're not one trick ponies. Kernel producing great beers down in London. The capital is going to be proud of these boys because they're churning out some of the best beer that is produced in this country. And thanks for joining me for a review of Kernel's Suke Quto Quto Coffee India Pale Ale. Bit of a tongue twister, but it's a cracking beer. So I urge you to get it while you can, because these are only in very small quantities. Get down to London, get on beermerchants.com, buy some Kernel beers, because there's some of the best around at the moment, and I'm loving them. So 2 thumbs up for me, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.